have an affirmation this morning, and it is a very simple one. Say, I am unlimited. We say that 3 times. I am unlimited. I am unlimited. I am unlimited. You know, so often in life we believe that we are limited, and in fact, we are not. We are created in the likeness and image of God, and because of that, we are unlimited in our ability to know and to grow and to heal and to overcome and to do all things. It was Ernest Holmes in this movement that talks so much about divine mind and our mind being connected to that divine mind. And in fact, our minds are connected to the limitless and unlimited mind of God. And so if we open ourselves to that reality and truth, we are totally and completely unlimited in terms of what we can do and how we can think and how we can behave. But we have choices, and we make those choices every day in a lot of different ways. How many of you have a fear in life? Or if you've ever had a fear in life. I'm afraid of the dark. I still am afraid of the dark. You know, I just always tell that story about we had the church over on Redondo, years ago, and I was younger then and healthier, and the doors never worked right. In an old church building, nothing ever works right. But the front doors could only be bolted or locked from the inside. And the lights were in the back of the church, the front of the church, and so you would have to lock the doors, and off you would go to the platform and go out the door by the platform. One night I happened to be at the church, and I usually was not so, but I was the last one there. And so in order to get down there, I had to go down to lock the door and leave. But the light switch, was by the door of the front doors of the church. So you turn the lights off, and that big building was just pitch black. And the dark is not my friend. And so I ran down the aisle, up the 3 steps, fell down, and went out the door. And I got out there, and I was panting and breathing. We all have fears of different kinds. I don't know if I'm so afraid of the dark anymore because I don't run, so I don't have to worry about it. But and I don't find myself in the dark that much. But everybody's got fears, and those fears really so often, and we've talked about it many times before, in our belief, in our tradition, the kind of way of remembering fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Our fears are the things that usually aren't going to happen. And I think it was Mark Twain that said, most of the things that we are afraid of and that we fear in life never come upon us. But that's not always true. And we know that if you think about the things in your own life that you have feared the most, very often those things have come to pass. And so because of that, we want to avoid our fears. So today I'm going to send you home with his little homework, and that is go home and write down your fears. Maybe you're afraid of getting old, maybe you're afraid of getting sick, maybe you're afraid of being poor, maybe you're afraid of who knows what you're afraid of. But make a list of your fears. And once you make that list of your fears, take a look at it, but don't take it too seriously. Just acknowledge that those are your fears. And then wad that piece of paper up and throw it away. And give yourself the thought over the next week in your times of reflection about releasing and letting go of those things that you fear, because the things that you fear most in life are probably not going to happen. And if they do happen, God in his infinite wisdom is going to give you the strength to deal with them, and you are going to be limitless in your ability to do exactly what you need to do in every circumstance and situation. So in fact, what we read so often in Scripture is that term, be not afraid or fear not. And it is true, because it is not because there's nothing to be afraid of, and it's not because we don't have fears. It is because in our fears and in our fright of life and circumstance and situation, in all of it, we need to understand and realize who we are and whose we are and in whose image we are created. And because of that, we can let go of the fear, not because the fear isn't real or even that it may not visit us, but that we will have the power to sustain ourselves and deal with it. So begin to let go of those. The best way to let go of it is to write it down, look at it, wad it up, and throw it away.